might be looking for some communities to be in. And so me and Kris were talking about this. Kris, you've been in Memphis your whole life, so you know all the great spots, all the communities that are all over town. So looking just specifically in Memphis, I want you to run. What would be your favorite places that maybe people should look at? It could be neighborhoods to live in, neighborhoods that have things you could visit. I mean, just your favorite spots around town.
Yeah, so there's a lot of communities in the Memphis proper. Like, we're not talking about Arlington, Lakeland, all those areas, Germantown, Collierville. Those are suburbs of Memphis. But in the city of Memphis, some of the best communities that you really have to be a local to kind of know the names and know where people are talking about. But there's several really nice communities inside the city limits of Memphis. And just a great place to start a family, raise a family, retire, whatever you want to do in these areas. So, I mean, right off the list, if you're in the downtown area, two of my favorites in downtown are the South Bluffs. That's where we're at right now. Jared, you and I have a video dedicated specifically for the South Bluffs. We mentioned that it just looks like a Hallmark movie set when you walk through that community, right, Jared?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, and that's probably the best way to describe it. And, it kind of feels secluded. Like you don't really feel like you're basically right downtown. But then you can walk across a little bridge and be right over here by the river, right there by the Tom Lee Park. And so, I mean, it's really hard to beat the location when you come to when you're looking at some of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy to me is how it doesn't feel like you're downtown. You feel like you're in this little Hallmark community. But then you can walk down this, you're 2 blocks away from the FedEx Forum, basically. If you want to go
got
catch
like the cobblestone
Grizzlies game.
road that leads into it's a gated community first off, so you kind of keep out some of the riffraff. It's got the cobblestone roads, the big water fountains. You kind of I'm pretty sure a couple Grizzly players may or may not live in the community. But you mentioned that bridge that crosses over to Riverside, so it's easy access to Tom Lee Park and everything that has to offer there. So I think South Bluffs is a big one. Harbor Town in the downtown area is another great area. It's kind of self-contained. Again, it looks kind of like a Hallmark community. It's got its own grocery store, its own restaurants, its own pharmacy, all that right there. So you can be pretty much self-contained in Harbor Town. And both of those places are good fits for the medical workers that are coming into town, because it's all within 10 minutes of our major hospitals, St. Jude being number one, obviously. You've got the Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. You've got the Regional 1, which is the regional trauma center for the tri-state area. If you're a medical doctor or going to med school or any of that, and you want to be close to your job or to school, I think Harbor Town and South Bluffs would be good fits. But some of the other ones we want to talk about, let's not just dwell on that, right? I mean, there's several of them I've written down for us, because Memphis gets a bad rap. But if you don't know these communities, when you come in town, if you'll just drive through these areas and see how well they're maintained, the pride and the ownership, the community feel that you have in these areas, I mean, it kind of eliminates all this noise about crime that you hear about all the time.
Yeah. Well, before you get into the rest, I want to say, before you get off Harbor Town, I do think that what you get there is you're not so disconnected, like feeling like you are over in the South Bluffs, but you just have the amazing sunset views. You've got the bridge there that lights up at night, the Green Belt Park that we always get the name wrong on.
I think we got it right.
Yeah, I think we got it. So, but you get all that there, and still in that convenient location if you need to be close to downtown. So it's both of those two are probably, in my opinion, maybe the most unique. Hey, y'all, real quick, if you're somebody that's enjoying seeing these communities because you're thinking about making a move here to the Memphis area, don't just watch the video. Take a second here, take down this number. You can pause the video if you need to, but call, text, email us, whatever it takes to get in touch with us, because we love helping y'all make the move here to Memphis. And there are a lot more communities here than we're talking about in this video. Communities, neighborhoods, suburbs, all of that. And we can help you find the place that's going to be perfect for you. So definitely reach out, even if you're early on in the process. But if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, make sure you do get down there, hit that subscribe, and that way you'll see our new videos that we have coming out showing you all around Memphis all the time. But go through the rest of your list. I want to see what else you got.
So when you get into the East Memphis area, you've got a couple really nice ones, Jared. I mean, you've got Pigeon Estates, obviously, that we talked about. We've got a video on that. That's the firm was a lot of the house from the firm is in Pigeon Estates, and so there's a lot of but there's a lot of cool properties in there. The yards are meticulously maintained. You've got mature trees all through it, landscaping second to none. Another one of my favorites is Chickasaw Gardens, which is right off of Central. It's between Central and Poplar. Just one of the best kept secrets of Memphis. It's probably one of the highest sought after neighborhoods in all of Memphis. The property does not turn over much in there, and when it does, there's usually a bid and war for it. It's a higher end community. I mean, there's several $1 million properties in that community, but Chickasaw Gardens is a beautiful place there. If you got a smaller budget like myself, probably, I like Colonial Acres in the East Memphis area. There's a lot of properties that have been turned over there. You can get a home around $300,000 in that area and be right centrally located, right in the city of Memphis. So whether you work in Germantown, downtown, Millington, anywhere, you can get anywhere within 30 minutes of that community. High Point Terrace is another well-kept secret in the Memphis area. A lot of those homes have been updated and flipped, and they've just got beautiful yards. It's got its own little grocery store there. It's a great community for young families in that area, or anyone. I mean, it's a great area for anyone, no matter what your lifestyle is.
Yeah, and a lot of those, and we've had some people will come in the comments, because we do get the comments from y'all who are, there's a lot who want to talk negative about Memphis and give you all the downsides of it. And basically, if you listen to them, there's nowhere in Memphis that you would ever even want to live. I mean, that's pretty much the way some people act. But then you can actually come here and drive through, and you're wow, this is actually really nice. And so there are a lot of places like that. A lot more. We're only naming a few of them off just to give you some examples, but there are a lot of places like this throughout Memphis. So I just want to throw that in there. Keep going, Kris.
Yeah. I mean, there's great areas all over the Memphis city, and I'm talking about within the city limits, not out in the suburbs. Another favorite one, and if you want to be rubbing elbows with some of Memphis's elite, the doctors, the lawyers, the founder of FedEx in those areas, River Oaks in East Memphis is one of the prettiest communities in all of Memphis. I mean, they've got big, beautiful estate homes. I think the price point there is definitely north of $500,000-600,000 there. But some of Memphis's elite people here,
some way north.
Yeah, yeah. Some are way north of that. That's right. There's some $2 million properties in that community. So River Oaks is a beautiful place, and there again, like, to me, I love new subdivisions. I do. I like the new houses just like everybody else, but I don't like that when they build the new subdivision, everything is wiped out and all your trees are 7 foot tall. So these older communities I'm talking now, they've got the big mature 200, 300, 400-year oak trees scattered throughout, all the beautiful landscape trees with magnolias and dogwoods and things like that. So to me and a lot of people, that's really a home feel, and it gives you a sense of community and pride. So River Oaks is a good one. And then you can't leave out the Midtown area. I love Cooper Young. I love Valentine Evergreen. I love Central Gardens. But that Overton Park community, right there by the zoo, right there by Overton Park, there's only a handful of houses down that strip there. Man, if you could get one of those and update it and bring it up to modern standards, or it's probably already been done by now, that's a great community to live in as well. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from downtown. You've got all the amenities in Midtown there. So I love that Overton Park community right there as well.
Well, Overton Park and like you said, Midtown in general, and all the little communities that make up Midtown, that might generally be, for me, kind of my favorite area, because you have like a collection, and they're not, each little piece of Midtown is not the same. It's not just like one big Midtown. You have a lot of different unique communities with their own personality and flair to them.
Yeah.
And so I like that. It's kind of like you can go a couple streets over and you got like a totally different feel. And it's, it's all unique, and it's all centrally, look, it's Midtown. It's right in the middle of town. Right. So you're it's easy to get pretty much wherever you want to go from there.
Yeah. You've got the Overton Park there. You got the Memphis Zoo there. You've got all the live music on Madison and down Cooper Young. So those are cool areas, and they're always having some type of festival. There's the Cooper Young Fest. It's right by the Liberty Bowl where University of Memphis plays. So, hey, there's something. We're going to talk about that, right, Jared?
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this clip from episode number 3 of the Memcast, and we're just trying to refute that claim that there's nowhere you'd want to live in Memphis. Obviously, there are a lot of great communities. This is just a small sampling of it here. If you like these, or if there's more you think we should include in another video, make sure you get down there and put that in the comments. And if you want to see the entire episode of this Memcast that we do, check it out right there, and I will see y'all on that one.